Virgi and my friend Laura from Group 5 will discuss the difference between the economic Islam system and the capitalist economic system. Just go straight to the explanation. Defining economic system and distinguishing elements. System that regulates economic relations between people and institutions. Rules of game in society. Distinguishing elements of economic system is number 1 property rights, number 2 decision making mechanism, number 3 market versus planned system, number 5 incentive mechanism, number 5 choice procedure. General objective releasing public welfare through different means across countries. Rule of behavior and Islam economic system. Rule of behavior are important for economic interaction, influencing the direction which the system develops. Different source of rules, capitalist and socialist, based on human logic, while Islamic economics based on divine revelation, Quran, Hadith, Ijma, and Qiyas. Capitalist economic system. Capitalist is an economic system with private ownership of factor of production and distribution through market mechanism. Main objective, profit driven by self-interest. Brief history emerged after the collapse of feudalism, Europe. Number 2, popularized by Adam Smith through the theory of invisible hand, division of labor, and free trade. Number 3, developed by classical economics, Ricardo, Malthus, Mill, and Bentham. Number 5, criticized by Karl Marx, exploitation of workers, and tested by the 1929 crisis. And last one, classical theory countered by Keynes' need for government intervention. Characteristic and pillar of capitalism. Number 1, individual ownership. Number 2, self-interest. Number 3, free competition. Number 5, market mechanism. Number 5, freedom of choice. And the last one, limited government rule. Comparison of capitalist economic system and Islamic economic system. First, worldview difference. Capitalist secularism religion is separated from the economy. The world is the ultimate goal. Happiness is measured by material wealth. Economic is built without religious value, focusing on individual and material interests. While Islamic, the world is not the final destination. There is life after death. Number 2, human as a caliphate, economic for happiness in this world and the hereafter. And the last one, economic is integrated with divine value and Islamic ethic. And the second, value or moral consideration. Capitalist, number 1, no regard for halal or haram. Moral value are ignored. Number 2, usury, gambling, and speculation are considered legitimate. And the last one, limits are human, divine, prone to change. And for Islamic, moral and Sharia law become absolute limit. Usury is forbidden. Islam banks, insurance, and capital market were born. Sexness, profit sharing or mudabarah, sell and purchase, murabahah, and rental, ijarah. Third, harmony between individual interest and collective or social interest. Capitalists focus on self-interest assume to automatically release social interest, lead to exploitation, social inequality, and environmental damage. Islam balance individual and social interests. Zakat al-Waqaf with distribution and protection of worker and nature, value of compassion on and responsibility. And the next, economic problems. Capitalists view the economic problem as limited resources versus unlimited wants, requiring efficient decision making to maximize satisfaction. In Islamic economy, human wants are limited to fulfilling needs, emphasizing the moral of avoiding excess and waste. Scarcity is seen as relative, cost be unequal will distribution either due to Allah Subhanahu wa taala favor on certain regions or human action controlling resource for personal gain. Allah guarantees sus Allah guarantees sustains but remain the hunger may serve as a test. And number five, resource ownership comparison between capitalist and Islam economic. Capitalist encourage individual and competition to accumulative wealth, which sometimes lead to oppression. Islamic economics emphasizes that Allah Subhanahu wa taala is the true owner of wealth and every property entrusted to human has right for other need in needs. Ownership in Islam, not all resources can be owned individually. Some are collective resources as per the hadith. Humans are united in three things: water, pasture, and fire. Hadis riwayat Abu Dawud. Islam encourages individuals to allocate part of their wealth to help others and promotes collective welfare. Alignment with Indonesia Constitution. Article 33, paragraph 3 of the 1945 Constitution states the land, water, and natural resource contained therein shall be under the control of the state and shall be used for the greatest prosperity of the people. This aligns with Islamic principles of utilizing resources for public welfare. The concept of wakaf in Islam. Wakaf allow individual ownership to transform into public interest. Wakaf prohibits the sale, inheritance, or giving of the property, ensuring that it remains beneficial of the public collectively.
6. Market mechanism. Market mechanism is the interaction between demand and supply that determines prices. Law of demand is a negative relationship between demand and price. Law of supply is a positive relationship between supply and price. The market equilibrium point indicates the price level and the amount of output. Similarities between capitalism and Islamic economics. Scarcity of goods or high demand compared to supply can cause prices to rise. A surplus of supply leads to a fall in prices. Views of Islamic economic figures. Ibn Taymiyyah, price increases are influenced by a lack of supply and a high demand. Al-Makrizi, the rise and fall of prices is a matter of sunnatullah, such as when natural disasters reduce supply but demand remains. Abu Yusuf, price is a decree of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, not always dependent on the quantity of goods. The Aqidah of Islamic economics. Price and demand are the power of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who is able to regulate the hearts of humans. Prices are not always determined by the rise and fall of supply. This is Allah's business and decree. Islamic economics notes on capitalism. Efficiency in Islam avoids waste or israf and redundancy. Islam rejects the exploitation of labor. The production of goods or services must pay attention to halal and usefulness. Price fairness in Islamic economics. A perfect market mechanism results in fair prices for both sellers and buyers. Fair price terminology. Sir al-Miths Saman al-Miths and Qimah al-Adl. Islamic economics prevents market imperfections. First, prohibition of practices such as ihtikar or hoarding, fraud or tadlis, and buy najas or price manipulation. And second, open access to transparent information. Third, price regulation by the government in emergencies. 7. Government intervention. Capitalism promotes laissez-faire, laissez-passer, which minimizes government intervention in the economy. This doctrine relies on the invisible hand to achieve social interests. Challenges arose in the Great Depression era, 1930s, with high unemployment and deflation. Keynes argued for the need for government intervention to stabilize the economy through increasing government spending and reducing taxes during recessions, and also fiscal and monetary policy to avoid inflation or overcome business cycles. Islamic economics and government intervention. Islamic economics supports the active role of government, which includes first, redistribution of income through zakat to help the poor or asnaf zakat. Second, maintaining harmony between individual and social interests. Third, meeting the basic needs of each individual and maximizing public goods. Fourth, Sharia compliant financial management and promotion of economic justice and social balance. 5. Protecting morality and preventing abuse of power. Criticism of the capitalist system. Capitalism focuses too much on consumption, materialism, and secularism, neglecting morality and social justice. It encourages profit making without moral foundation, which can lead to injustice. Industries such as gambling and prostitution are part of secularist capitalism policies, having a negative social impact. Islamic economics as a moral solution. The government is morally responsible for maintaining a Sharia compliant economy. Morality and justice are upheld in every economic policy. The stronger the implementation of Islamic values in society, the less government intervention is needed. Case study. Case number 1, Wakaf and community prosperity. The explanation: Wakaf is the concept of giving property for the public good, with the principle retained in the benefits flowing. In contrast to capitalism, Wakaf serves to redistribute wealth and support community welfare, such as during the Ottoman Turkish period and in Indonesia, where educational, social, and religious facilities were built from Wakaf. Question: what is the concept of Wakaf in Islam and how can it create prosperity for society? So the answer is Wakaf in Islam is a social instrument to create prosperity by providing education, public services, and supporting wealth redistribution. It is based on justice, solidarity, and the common good, thus reducing social inequality. And the second case, it's about Utsman bin Affan and modern philanthropy. Utsman bin Affan is a paragon of generosity in Islam. With his great wealth, he gave much in charity, such as the Waqf of Raumahwel, the benefits of which are still felt today. Modern phenomena, such as the giving pledge, resembles this spirit of giving, where the world's billionaires donate a large portion of their wealth to charity. The question: what is your response to philanthropic phenomena like the giving pledge by the wealthy in the modern world? Answer: the giving pledge phenomenon reflects the spirits of sharing as in Islamic economics. However, generosity in Islam is based on an ongoing moral responsibility for the well-being of society, not just a momentary act of philanthropy. In the summary, the system of capitalism has a number of basic characteristics like individual ownership, self-interest, free competition, market mechanism, and free choice for consumption or production or investment, and Limited role of government. And this is the comparison table about Islamic economy versus capitalist economy. You can see it by yourself. And the conclusion: the capitalist economic system is an economic system that originated in Europe, which then spread to almost the entire world. Capitalism replaced feudalism, which gave great power to the landlords. Feudalism was considered to have resulted in the exploitation of the nobility of the people living in the region, especially the peasants. Feudalism was also considered to limit people's access to land ownership. However, in its development, the capitalist system is considered by socialism to have created another form of exploitation, namely the exploitation of the bourgeois capital owners over the proletariat or workers. Currently, the capitalist system is also in doubt again, along with the frequent economic crisis. The worldview is the central difference between the capitalist system and the Islamic economic system. With the principles of secularism and materialism, the capitalist system doesn't take values and moral into consideration. The urge to prioritize individual interests makes social interests often neglected. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you for your attention. Sorry if so many mistakes from our group. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.